meeting here in about, I think it's 3 minutes. 3 minutes, we will go national. Now, what a special day today. We'll be talking about that a little bit later. But
busy day today.
Busy day today. Coach Brown, Bay High School, they're knocking out of the ballpark. Hey, could this be a special team? Could this be something that we talk about for a long, long time? Yep. It could be a...
We'll find out Friday.
When's the last time... 93 was the last time we made a lot of noise. But it's been a while since...
2004, we went a couple rounds. Yeah. 98.
Was that when they... In 04, they lost to Bowles?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was probably the last...
Bowles University.
Yeah, Bowles
University. So it's been about 21 years since
then. 94, we went to the last round. 93, we went to state championship game. 94, we lost in the third round at Merritt Island.
So 2004. This could, who knows, man? This could be it.
They've won.
I don't want to jinx them, though.
Coach Brown has won the district a couple of years in a row.
He's won a state championship.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
Mosley, they're knocked out of the ballpark as usual. They've bounced back, had a good game. Arnold's got to take on Bluntstown at Arnold. Mm-hmm. And have you seen them? Have you seen Bluntstown in person?
Oh, yeah, I've seen them.
Are they as good as everybody says?
Yeah. Back to coach. When you hand it a ball off and the guy goes 80 yards, and the next time you hand it off, the other guy goes about 65 yards.
And nobody touches them.
Yeah, they're just flying through there.
All right. What do you think? Florida Gators, not only is Billy on the hot seat, now they suspend their running back coach for 3 weeks. What do you think about that?
Ooh.
Just found out about it.
Yeah.
Happened yesterday. Gone. 3 weeks. Yeah. I don't even think he can be at practice.
I don't know, but I mean, why would you even walk close to each other during warm-ups?
Jay needs to suspend their running back coach, but this is for lack of results. Alabama.
Hey, let's bring this caller on. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach.
Hey, man, how you doing? Hey, David, how you feeling today?
I have something I wanted to say.
Okay.
I appreciate everything y'all do. Y'all do a great job, but this is not a sports issue. This was a law enforcement issue I seen earlier.
Yeah.
I'm at just about the jewelry place and grocery out, and I see blue lights coming from below Walmart, and it's 2 state troopers. They come through the middle of Lynn Haven. I guarantee you they're doing 100 miles an hour through that town now, and that's uncalled for, in my opinion. I know they got to get places, and I appreciate what they do. I could just picture a kid or somebody pulling out in front of them because there was no way they could stop. And they were going north. I don't know what was going on, a bomb blowed up or what happened, a plane crash or something. But that was the most scariest thing I've ever seen.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
Two of them, 2 state trooper cars?
Yeah, and I don't know if they was more coming off of Deer Point from where they got the DMV or the highway patrol stations out there on Deer Point 231 kind of. They might have been some coming from down there, but it was unreal. I've never seen nothing. I know they got to get somewhere, but not like that through the middle of town.
I hope my house wasn't on fire.
Well, I don't know, but usually if it's a wreck, they won't go that fast to get to a wreck. But if it's somebody's in a shooting or something, that's usually when they're hauling
criminal activity. Yeah. But I was here, I swear.
You look up, see what's going on. Look at your scanner, see what's going on.
I don't know, but I tell you what, that was about the scariest thing that I ever seen.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
I'm telling you. But anyway, I do want to tell Glenn Manley or whoever's coaching that Bay High team, I tell you what, I'd be proud of that bunch because they are good.
We are. Coach Brown, who actually played at Bay High School and actually played for Coach Moon and I in the late 80s, he's doing a great job. He's got a great staff. Finally, he's got a full staff, so they're doing a great job.
Well, I have one more question, Glenn.
Yes, sir.
When Trenton Moore was there, did he win a state title?
No, he did not.
Hey, I hate to interrupt y'all, but I'm going to. We got to do something.
Oh, well, happy birthday to you.
This is late.
Okay, look, I will let y'all go and get with it, and I appreciate what y'all doing.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Leighton Bell. Leighton Bell Hale.
Yay!
Leighton ton.
I figured Elvis was a lot better sounding than you guys in there. Hey, Brown,
11 years old
11.
today. 11 years have flown by.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty soon it's going to be, Papa, can I have the keys to the truck?
Yeah, I'd give her anything she wants. It's like Glenn.
But you're going to
It's like Glenn. Glenn wants something, I
hand
give
her
it to
the
him.
keys, and then you're going to sit in that rocking chair.
Wrap her in bubble
worry.
wrap, too.
Yeah, no kidding about that. But she's 11 years old today. We have a little family birthday party
happy
tonight.
birthday.
She's having another huge party for all her friends and things on Saturday.
Sapphire is
I didn't get
her
invited.
birthstone.
I didn't either. She said, "Papa, you can't come to that one." So
You heard that, David.
hurt. I got hurt.
You did. You hurt your bad, huh?
yeah. But anyway, she takes over everything. I apologize to David, but sorry, I can't. She's my love of my life. I can't do it. Lorelei, Layton, and
You
Johnny.
should have started the
unbelievable.
show with that. That's what she should have done.
Well, I couldn't. I'd make sure she's listening. And she's listening on her way to Patronus, which she is she's in the choir. She does it all. She's a cheer. They're doing competition cheer now, her and Lorelei, and they do the singing competition singing. They go to Dollywood every year for that, and dance. They've been in dance since they could walk, both of them, and it's incredible. She gets her dancing ability, I think, from me. She gets her singing from Jared Mariah.
We know he's full of it because his eyes are brown. You know what I'm saying?
Kick up your feet, Glenn.
Lane Bell, we love you. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday.
Goodness on
Looking forward to seeing you this afternoon. And
Happy birthday, Sugar.
happy birthday,
Love
Layton.
you.
Love you. Lorelei, smile. All right, Glenn, you got anything locally going
We
on
do.
besides Layton's birthday?
We did yesterday. We had a big event at Jinx. It was their 75th anniversary of the school. Started in 1950, and we had Kyle Vandergrift put on we had a little show there, a podcast going on. But Jinx did the main thing. They won the game 52-0 over Surfside. But it was great. We had Philip Griffiths there, and it was Don Vandergrift, Sue McKinney, and myself were the honorary captains. And we were so good, we won the toss without even saying anything. So the guy missed the call, and we got it. So congratulations. It was
you win?
fantastic.
Did you win?
Well, yeah, 52-0. So I think that was a pretty good job.
I saw Griff at. I saw Griff and his wife is beautiful. They were at. Over at Paul's place.
Mm-hmm.
I told Paul you're going to come in there and get a pat on, beat both of them.
Yeah, there you go.
If they don't give me a discount. Anyway, go ahead.
In volleyball last night, it was North Haven 3, Bay 0. Mosley 3, Chipley 1. It was Freeport 3, Bethlehem 0, Godby 3, Franklin County 2, and in junior college last night, Gulf Coast 3, Pensacola 2. That was in volleyball. So, and then football going on this weekend as far as high school. Madison County's at Bay on Friday. That is 7 o'clock. Blountstown comes to Arnold. That's at 7 o'clock. And then Mosley travels all the way to Escambia. That's 2 long rides in a row for them. And then that's at 7 over in Escambia. Now, North Haven plays Weewa Thursday night at 7 at Tommy Oliver. So that's a Thursday night game there. Rutherford's at Baker on Friday. Mariana, it plays W.S. Neal. They're over there. That's in Bruton, Alabama. And then South Walton is at Florida High. That's at 7. Fort Walton Beach hosts Walton. And Freeport and Graceville are open this weekend. So those what's going on around. And I forgot Sneeds is at Bozeman also on Friday. So
What week is this in high school football?
this is five. Yeah.
I'm trying to see. Poor St. Joe versus Leon.
Okay.
All you Tiger Sharks, Taco Bell Tiger Sharks update. They're at home playing Leon. They just got through playing Blunt's. Man, we got 2 powerhouse teams in our county this week. Madison County's always a state powerhouse, and so is Blountstown. Blountstown's incredible this year. So if you want to see, and Bay High School's right there with them, buddy. That's going to be a ball game.
We're working on an NIL deal too. So we're going to bring them in from Minnesota and wherever we can bring them in for. So
Okay.
But,
all right, that's good.
Yep.
Sounds
So
good, buddy.
yesterday was fun. I went in there. Went into the Sue McKinney's gym. It was Coach Post's gym at Sue McKinney Court, but I went in there and they had a lot of pictures from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. She has them on display in the lobby and has them in a big rack thing and everything. And then they have some great big pictures of the current teams on the wall, as big as the sign right here we got for ESPN. So
now you were on the first coaching staff there, right?
Well, yeah, 1950. Yeah, I was there. So
that's what I heard. That's the word on the street. Brant told me that the other day. I said, I don't think he's that old. Maybe I don't.
No, I tell you what, it was a great thing to see people there and how they've improved the school since the hurricane. And we were talking. Don Vandergriff and I were in there yesterday. We're going. Remember the days with no air conditioning in here? We had those big metal doors open. And it was so cold in the winter, what we would do would we lean against those metal doors where the sun was hitting them. That was to keep us warm, So,
was Judy there? Did Judy come?
No, she did not. She was somewhere else. She had something else she was going to do, but she taught at Rosenwald. So
yeah. But her husband's a legendary guy.
Yeah,
how many years altogether was on there?
From 75 to 2013, 2010, somewhere.
That's crazy. So, yeah. Didn't he coach the whole year? All the
time? He did.
Unbelievable. That's got to be a record.
And he was the AD for quite a while too. So.
Yeah. I just think about him and his wife. How many people how many lives they touch, how many lives they change. They're wonderful people.
Right.
They're incredible.
So,
and it's good that they had people like that there. And they said you were there too?
Yeah, in spirit.
Who was so? Griff was there, state representative. Any other big wheels there?
Well, Jerry Register from the
Jerry
school.
Was there,
and Chris Moore from the school board, and we had a couple other dignitaries. They were so high up dignitaries, I didn't know their names, so they were pretty good.
Yeah.
Floyd and Mr. Floyd and somebody, I forgot who the other one. The director for the maintenance for Bay District Schools was there too. So
wow,
it was a great thing. So
we got Ward coming on here at 7:30. Coach Brown here in just a second. I got to get through input. Billy Napier came out and just said that we just don't conduct ourselves that way. A lot of rumors you're hearing around town that were at the game, Florida graduates, and we will ask him at 7:30. Somebody said that Ward might have had something to do with that fight started in the end zone pregame. So maybe we'll ask Dr. Ward about that. Hopefully not. Did you see it?
Yep.
Did you see it?
No, I heard what he did was he said, you got this thing right here, it doesn't look right. Let me see if I can't fix it, and then slap the guy.
Yeah. Anyway, they don't like it. They get every time they go down there, they get in a fight.
Here's the thing: why do you even let them that close to each other?
I don't know.
It's really hot and humid in Louisiana. Ain't nothing else.
Brings out the worst in everybody.
Ain't nothing else to do.
Yeah, I guess. But
drink and fight.
They did that a couple years back when they were down there. The same thing happened. But anyway, the running back coach for Florida's out for 3 weeks. Like I said, I don't think he can even go on the practice field for what he did. I don't know if he actually. We'll ask Ward when we get him on here in just a second. But right now, I want to talk about some more things. Dr. Ward, 7:30. Jeremy Brown, 7:15. And Mark McLeod, 8:30. A lot of questions for him. I will say this about Florida. If you're a Florida fan, they play hard. I mean, they very easily could be right now undefeated. It's just they beat themselves with stupid mistakes and things of that nature. But I tell you something that never beats themselves. There's two great locations today if you want a great meal. If you're in Lynn Haven, you got to get out to Beef Brace in Lynn Haven. 10 wings inside. And then also Mosley. I know you got a away game. If you're not going to go to the game, get down to Beef Brace and have a great meal there. Have a little pep rally down there. All you Mosley Dolphins, get down there to Beef Brace, Lynn Haven. Pat Perno, city commissioner's report says all the teams around here is incredible what he does. So let's make sure we get out and support him. They got great food, great place to go watch all these college football games, NFL games. Beef Brace, Lynn Haven. And of course, J. Michael Studios, right here. We're live from J. Michael Studios. Today and today only, that world famous J. Michael spaghetti. You can only get it on Wednesday, lunch and dinner. And it will be packed out. Come down and see us. We'll be down around 11:15. The legendary J. Michael's. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Coach Jeremy Brown coming up.
ESPN Northwest Florida is your home for the NFL.
Touchdown, Denver!
We bring you the biggest games every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night.
Oh, he's got the first down!
Plus, we'll broadcast more college football games than ever before.
He did what?
Live NFL and college football play here.
Unbelievable!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Touchdown!
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 88 with wind 8 to 12 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Clear skies tonight, a calm wind and warm near 73. Sunny and 90 tomorrow. 89 and sunshine with a light breeze Friday. Saturday, mostly sunshine and a temperature about the same at 91. Sunny Sunday with a high around 91. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Saturday, September 27th, come to the grand opening land sale at the ranches at Creekside Preserve and get your gorgeous 20 to 50 acre estate in desirable Baldwin County on sale from only $139.9. That's right. Get 20 to 50 acres in Baldwin County from just $139.9 with excellent financing available. Ranches at Creekside Preserve features private large acreage tracts with beautiful woodlands, rolling meadows, and a peaceful creek, all surrounded by pristine natural beauty and abundant wildlife. It's your opportunity to live in Baldwin County, Alabama, one of the fastest growing coastal counties in the U.S. due to low taxes and a low cost of living. Don't miss out. Come to the grand opening land sale at the ranches at Creekside Preserve and get your gorgeous 20 to 50 acre estate in desirable Baldwin County on sale from only $139.9. Call 877-888-1415 or go to creeksidepreserveal.com. That's creeksidepreserveal.com.
College Football Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the SEC.
Arnold deep shot to the end zone.
Jackson Arnold leads the 3-0 and 22nd ranked Auburn Tigers into Oklahoma to face his former team, the 3-0 11th ranked Sooners.
Kickoff Saturday, 2:30 on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all. I hope you won't judge me on one email I sent 10 years ago.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Live from the J. Michael Studio.
That's the spicier food demo!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Special day today. Jeremy Brown, Bay High School, Leighton Bell's birthday. What a day, man. What a day. We got two superstars with us this morning. Brian, Glenn, and we got Wildcat. Let's bring him on right now. The one and only Jeremy Brown. Bay puts it on. I'm going to tell you what, Escambia always has those good-looking athletes all over the field. Every year. Yep. I mean, just loaded. And Bay takes care of business 28-14. I thought it'd be closer. Bay's
it was
a real
closer
deal.
a couple of times, but you know what? I thought it was the 4th of July out there. They threw 7 flags in a row. They just took turns.
On Bay?
On everybody. Well, yeah, 4 or 5 on Bay and like 2 or 3 on Escambia. And then the thing that got me was, and he can tell you about it, we kicked off and they let it roll all the way to the 5. And we picked it up. Of course, you can't advance it. But they were going to give
baseball.
They were going to give it to Escambia. I thought 4 assistant coaches had to hold back Coach Brown. He was going to.
No, Jeremy didn't lose his cool.
And I had to hold back the principal. So it was
Let's bring him. We got him. Let's bring him on, Coach Jeremy Brown, state championship coach. Jeremy, how you doing this morning, sir?
I'm good, guys. How y'all doing?
Tell me about this. Now, Glenn told me that, and I had heard it before. Somebody else had talked about it. I forgot. I thought you could pick it up and run in, but you can't in high school. Once you get the ball, it's down right there. Bay ball, first and goal at the 5. What did they finally wind up giving you the ball, or what did they do?
Yeah, they did. I think the confusion was, I think just in the, it was late in the game, kind of the moment of the game. I'm not sure if they just, just wasn't sure of the rule, or I feel like I kind of think they may have thought it was a punt and just got confused in that moment because it was a high tempo game. Like both teams are going pretty fast paced on offense. So, but they wound up getting it right. I went out there and had to talk to the white hat a couple of times, and once we kind of slowed it down, and I kind of, just kind of was able to talk to him. He realized that, it was a kickoff, it was a live ball, and so we got the ball, and it really was a big moment because it allowed us to. We were up 14. It was about 4 minutes, about 3 minutes left in the game, and we didn't have to put our defense back out there. We were able to kind of just get it take a knee and run out the clock.
That's awesome. Well, give us some names. Tell us the players that are playing well in this ball. That was a big game.
Yeah, it was. I think again, offensively, I think the offensive line keeps improving. They keep getting a little bit better every week. We seem to be giving Zay a little bit more time to throw the ball, and which allows us to, push the ball downfield. MJ Wilkerson, I think he had 12 carries for like 103 yards. He's doing a great job of running it inside and outside, and kind of keeping the, keeping defenses, keeping them honest. And then, over on the defensive side of the ball, Bryce Neubauer, we felt like he played a really good game. P.J. Davis played really well. So, defense, we felt like it was kind of the whole defense did a good job. The back half of the defense kept guys in front of them. We didn't give up big plays. One of the touchdowns we gave up was on a short field on a turnover. So, just feel like all those areas keep getting better. Special teams, we blocked the punt, which was huge. And we did a much better job kickoff return, setting our wedge, and giving the offense good field position. So it was kind of a an all three-phase effort Friday night.
It's amazing. I look at your schedule, and I thought last year it was brutal, and I think it's the exact same one. Mosley, Escambia, and now this team here, Tradition. I remember when we played them, we were 1A. I think we were 1A. We played them over there in the playoffs, and I couldn't believe how big the stadium was for a 1A school. And the number of athletes on the team, the team speed was incredible. They either won the state championship that year or the year before, I can't remember. But Madison County comes into town. Give everybody a scout report. Don't look at the classification. This is one of the best teams year in, year out in the entire state of Florida, regardless of classifications. Give us a little scout report on Madison County.
Yeah, you definitely can't look at classification because they, there's not even none of the 1A teams in North Florida will even think about playing them. They're loaded. Coach Harris, man, he's doing a great job over there, taking over for Coach Cole a couple years ago. But, like Coach, you just said it. I mean, a typical Madison County team, big up front, extremely athletic. But the thing that's always jumped out on film about Madison, we played them when I was at Jefferson, and we played them the last couple of years here at Bay High. The thing that jumps out about them, man, is they really do epitomize playing for the name on the front of their jersey. I mean, those kids grow up wanting to be Madison County Cowboys. They're not growing up worrying about how many stars they got. They're not worried about how many offers they have. Them jokers grow up just can't wait to be a Madison County Cowboy, and so they play extremely hard. They play extremely physical. So, it's going to pose. They pose problems. I mean, offensively, they do some really unorthodox things on offense that is really hard to scheme for and practice for. You just hope your kids can line up right on defense, and then, defensively, they're gonna put 6 to 7 in the box, and they are gonna come at you. I mean, all night long. I mean, they're not gonna sit back and I mean, they're gonna blitz. They're gonna move around up front. They're really, really, really good. I mean, they're 1-3. But they lost to Lincoln, who might be the best team in North Florida. They lost to Land, who's one of the top 10 teams, all classifications in the state. And then last week they lost to Lake City, Columbia, who's ranked in the top 10 in their classification. So they played a schedule, that's for sure.
Yeah, nobody will play them. I mean, they have a hard time getting a schedule because they're so talented. Let me ask you this: I want to talk about their secondary because your passing attack can be deadly. I mean, you guys. They play off. You heard them with quick passes out in the flats, screens and stuff like that. If they play man coverage, you go over top of them, which gives us defense coordinators nightmares. But what about their secondary? Can they match up pretty well? Do they play man coverage? Do they play zone? Do you see something you can take advantage of?
Yeah, the thing with Madison is that their defensive backs are solid. They're very well coached in their coverage. They'll play some man and some palms type stuff and some two-read type stuff, but their defensive backs, they're good, and one of the reasons they're good is because they get after the quarterbacks. They don't have to cover very long because if you're not getting rid of the football, your quarterback's gonna be laying on his back in the backfield. So we spent a lot of time yesterday just in protection and blitzes. They bring a variety of blitzes at you, and so we just got to be solid up front. We feel like if we can protect the quarterback, we can get some things in the passing game, but that's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah, and a game like this, turnover is going to be critical. You can't turn the ball over and beat yourself. But watching the tape, in your opinion, if you don't mind, what do you feel? What's the biggest threat? Madison County's offense, the defense. If you had to pick one, which one do you feel a bit better about? Your defense versus their offense, or your offense versus their defense?
Yeah, I would probably say our offense a little bit versus their defense, only because defensively they run more of a traditional defense. Offensively, like I said, it's so tough. Much of the things that we don't really see, and it's so hard to simulate in practice, even with with your scout team, because it's just not something you got to do all the time to really get a look at it. And we kind of feel like just defensively, you know what I mean. We're kind of we got to just play football and line up right, and play those teams, a single wing, triple option type offenses. It seems to always give your kids a problem because you just never see it, and it's hard to simulate in practice.
Yeah, you can't give them a good look. I hear you there. Here, Glenn wants to ask you a question. Go ahead, Glenn.
No, I
thought you were writing a note.
No, I was writing a note about something else. But, Coach, this will be another one of your tests to see how you're going to come out. And then you go back to start going to your, I guess you would call it your district games.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes, sir.
Yeah, you think what kind of test is this for you? Or is it a test for Madison County to play you?
No, I definitely think it's. They're the defending state champion in their classification, and so I think it's another test. Our goal is really to try to get better every week, and we think the competition gets a little bit better each week, and so we've got to. It's a test for us to see, hey, are we continuing to improve? Are we on schedule with continuing to get better at the things that, we feel like we need to get better at, as far as offense, defense, special teams, penalties, not giving up big plays, not turning the ball over, that kind of bit us a little bit last week. We've been really good with chasing the ball, and last week we had some uncharacteristic fumbles that we haven't had, all year, and so we had to kind of clean those things up this week. It's definitely another test for us. I think any coach in the state of Florida would say, Madison County, it doesn't really matter what their record is. It's a test for you because of the tradition and the amount of tests they've had over not just the last few years, but the last 25 years.
Right.
Hey, Jeremy, good luck to you, buddy. We'll talk to you next Wednesday. Go get yourself a win. Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. Thank you.
All right, a couple great things we got this weekend. All the big ball games going on. If the game's being played and you're at that Cajun place, you got 27-plus TVs, 50-cent wings, $5 pitchers of beer. You can't beat that anywhere. We'll all be down there this Saturday. I'll let you know what time. We usually go around 11, but this game we might go to watch the Auburn game. Not sure yet, but I'll let you know a bit later. Come by and visit with us. I know Jason's going to be there. Are you in town this weekend, Brian?
Yeah.
So I think we have a bunch of us down there watching the game. Let me tell you what's going on Saturday, though. They open up at 10 for brunch. 11 o'clock, then kickoff starts. That's when everything jumps in. That's when you get to $5 pitchers. That's when you get to 50-cent wings. If you're an LSU fan, wear your school colors. They score a touchdown. Go ask, please have my free Jell-O shot. They'll give it to you. On Sundays, they got a great band there. North Shore Jazz Band, 10 to 12. They'll be playing. Then the NFL games start. If you're a Saints fan, have your shirt on. They score a touchdown, go ask for your free Jell-O shot. They'll give it to you.
In general, you should have a shirt on.
That Cajun place right there in Thomas Drive. Jamie and Trudy do this for this kind of giving back because it's so hard to get in there during the summer. That Cajun place on Thomas Drive, go check it out. We think you'll love it. Now, we already talked about Pat Perno over there in Lynn Haven. Let's talk about another great place in Lynn Haven. We're looking for jewelry. We're looking for great gift ideas. You want something made? You want something repaired? Where are we going to go?
You can get a one-of-a-kind piece of jewelry, and let me remind you that sapphire.
Please do.
Sapphire is the birthstone for the month of September. Sapphire, Coach, So don't forget that when you go to David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77 on the corner of 9th Street and 77th.
Do you want to look better, feel better? I certainly do. But after what Glenda's fed me, I really need something now. I need Jason Kovaleski, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Jason can make it happen for you. Listen to him every Tuesday, Friday, right here on Northwest Florida. Locals taking care of locals. That is the legendary Jason Kovaleski and Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Newbies, Glenn, what's your favorite?
Mine is Newbies on the Bay. Bay, baby.
Bay is got a beautiful blue building. You can sit outside, watch the stars, have a wonderful time. In the wintertime, got a fireplace going. Or go inside, have a great time. That's just one of 4 that John and Charlotte have. Now, the mothership in business over 50 years, the legendary. People come from all over the Southeast, heck, all over the world to go down there. Go to Newbies 2 on the Curve, watch all sporting events. Head on down to the mothership every Friday and Saturday night, late. And for your entertainment, she's going to have the best bands in the Southeast. And Dr. Chad Mitchell, this is 26 years on Bay County sideline. The legend, Chad Mitchell. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. First guy trained in robotic surgery. And me. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Well, happy birthday,
Layton.
Happy birthday to you.
Have you ever wanted to reach out and smack someone?
Sit your ass down and shut up.
The new Sports Blitz. Rants, hot takes, and huge reactions are incoming.
You've got to have a bad game at some point.
Feel the burn.
This is unacceptable at the University of Alabama.
The Red 70s studio line.
This could go 7 games.
850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida. Get in the game.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
Your biggest investment is your home. Protect it while also improving its appearance with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. We have sand, mulch, gravel, or lay down decorative stone, all available for pickup and delivery. Discover your dream landscape with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Imagine the moment you proudly pull up to your home that you've worked so hard for, enhanced by quality mulch, decorative stones, and more. Let's make it happen today. Request a quote online at earthworkspc.com or swing by the office at 2005 Industrial Drive. Love the land you live on.
No one wants to deal with a plumbing, electrical, or HVAC emergency. It's even worse when you're not sure what it'll cost, when it'll get fixed, or if someone's just selling you something. When you call Hiller, you can trust our experts to actually solve your home's problems quickly. And with true transparency pricing, you know the price you're told is the price you'll actually pay. Book online now at happyhiller.com. Happy you'll be, or the service is free.
All the happy face truck today.
The Kings of the Swamp.
Falls loose at the 38. Gators got it. Wow.
The Gators renew their rivalry with the Miami Hurricanes.
Quick race down the near sideline. 20, 15, 10 with 5. Touchdown, Gators.
On your home for Florida football.
Gators at Hurricanes. Saturday, kickoff at 6:30 on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michaels studio.
Boss, I got good news and bad news. Whoa, what's the bad news? Your hat's on fire.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3. Thank you. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Hey, skin cancer can be deadly. Deadly. 1 in 5 develop it. If it doesn't look right, doesn't feel right. Jason Kovaleski was having a problem. He had to go. He did. He got checked out by Dr. Ward and his crew. Great job. What do you got?
I've got 50 adult co-ed softball teams at Public Sports Park this weekend. We've got the WSL World. So
Well, I tell you what, Richardson, a good move. Georgia Tech beat Clemson, and what a game. But let's bring this guy. I tell you what now. I'm talking about skin cancer, 1-in-5 development. If you have a problem, we got offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Call, make an appointment, go see Dr. Ward. You'll be glad you did. Doc, you did it again. You beat everybody again. The picks. This is 2 weeks in a row. You kind of dominated.
Rigged.
This one was a little bit closer. You had 16 of 18. I think last week you were 21 of 22. So congratulations. You get a free Rudy's card.
Here's the way I look at it, Doc. Coach Hale's the one who's keeping up with all of this.
Julie is.
Glenn doesn't pay. I don't pay. Shocking who ends up in first, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
it wasn't me.
Doc was using Coach's pencil.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
No, hey, really, great job on that. Tell everybody where you're located.
So, if you've got any issues with your skin, something that doesn't look right or feel right, give us a call, 233-3376. You can see us at one of our 8 area convenient locations in Santa Rosa Beach, Watersound, Panama City Beach, Panama City, Port St. Joe, Mariana, Bonifay, or Defuniak Springs.
All right, I want to know about the trip. Tell me everything. Did you have a good time when you were in New Orleans? Were you safe there? When you got into Baton Rouge, were you safe there?
Yeah, so New Orleans was I felt very safe there. You know, I took my son, actually my wife and daughter came with us. They didn't go to Baton Rouge, but they stayed in New Orleans. And no, it was a great time. We had some fantastic food. We went to Brennan's one night. It was fantastic. You know, Brennan's is the restaurant that developed the famous dessert Bananas Foster. So of course you got to go there and have Bananas Foster. It was so good. The Tiger fans in Baton Rouge were very accommodating. I went to like 3 different tailgates from people I knew. And really, when it comes to like pregame festivities, you cannot beat Baton Rouge and the experience there. I will say I was a little bit underwhelmed by Death Valley itself. I will say without a doubt, the Swamp is louder than Death Valley. And our tradition of doing the Tom Petty thing is so much cooler than anything that they've got there during the game.
Yeah. Now, what did you do during warm-ups? What did you say to them people get them riled up? Both teams going after each other, fighting. You saw where the running back coach has been suspended for 3 weeks.
I did see that, and you know, coaches got to keep their cool. So, and quite frankly, seeing how the offense performed, I don't think any of our offensive coaches, you know, being suspended is going to have a major impact on the performance on the field.
Wow. Well, I want to say this. It's not like for week 1, everybody wanted the board fired at Alabama. Florida State just beat them like a drum. But the effort you saw by the Bama players was a joke. It was embarrassing. Now, you can't say that about Florida. I watched both games. They play hard, especially on the defense side of the ball. They play hard. They get after you. They don't quit. They keep fighting. Now, they make stupid mistakes. They get penalties. And the play calling on offense sometimes can scratch your head. But it's not lack of effort, and I don't think they're done with. I don't. I still think this is a good football team. I think Notre Dame's got a good football team. They're 0-2. My question is...
So if you told me at the beginning of the season our defense would have given up 2 touchdowns against South Florida and LSU, I would say, hey, we're 3-0 going into the Miami game. But the issue is what all Florida fans have said from the beginning is the Billy Napier offensive scheme is it's just too vanilla. Dude, the defense knows what we're going to do before we call the play. I mean, it's crazy. We can't get any separation for wide receivers, and then, you know, they're allowed to really focus on stopping the run. I mean, I don't think we've taken any shots down the field all season, and it's just very frustrating as a Florida fan to have an offense that's inept.
The biggest disappointment for this year so far was not Manning at Texas, because I listened to Coach Spurrier. I always listen to that guy. He knows what he's talking about. But I really thought Lagway, after last, as a true freshman, I thought we'd see so much improvement this year. He would probably be the best quarterback in the SEC. I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know what the story is.
Missed a lot of time through the summer, too. You got to understand.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm saying.
development time.
I don't know what it is. Injuries, development, or he just has no confidence. I don't know. That's the biggest shock to me, because if he plays well, they win those 2 games, in my opinion. They could have beat LSU. You get 5 turnovers, you only win by 10 points. What are you hearing about Lagway? Is he transferring out? What are you hearing?
Of course, after the game, they asked Billy about the 5 picks and if he's going to have a short leash, and he's like, no, he's our guy. And I got to tell you, you got a quarterback throwing 5 picks. If you're being real, you've got to consider what your other options are. I mean, you can't win a game when you throw the ball to the other team 5 times. And it would be one thing if they were, like balls that were, that were just LSU made great plays. But no, I mean, he was throwing into triple coverage.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be somebody else on the field that's open when you're throwing into triple coverage. And then 3rd and 8, we throw the ball down. We throw the ball 2 yards. What's the point of that, right? Like you're not gonna get a first down if you're throwing the ball 2 yards when it's 3rd and 8.
It reminds me. This game reminded me of Alabama-Tennessee last year when DeBoer had him throw the ball 50 times. He's not a passer. He's a runner. He's not a passer, and they get beat. They want to know why they got beat. And I'm like you. When the quarterback's off, you don't keep pressing him. I don't know. Maybe he was thinking, hey, look, we throw it 50 times, he might hit 1 touchdown pass. I don't know what he was thinking. I'd have ran the ball. The defense is playing well. I'd still kept running the football, trying to, and maybe a little play-action pass. But I was surprised his drop-back passing.
The other thing, we got 2 running backs, and one of the 2 is clearly better than the other. I mean, just statistically speaking, you got Jaden Baugh at like over 5 yards a carry, and you got our Jacoby Jackson that's at like 2.5 yards a carry, and you're splitting the time equally. And again, Billy Napier gets so fixated on what he's decided to do at the start of the season, he just doesn't adjust. Like so big drive. We're down by 3, and you got Jacoby Jackson in there. Why are you not putting your best players in there during critical times of the game and then going with what is successful? He just doesn't have the ability to do it. Good for us, because we're going to lose to Miami this weekend, and we're going to be 1-3, and everybody's going to be calling for his head on a platter. And, maybe we finally get a coach that can restore Florida to the glory days.
Doc, do you think they'll pull the trigger during the season, or you think they wait? Well, at least they'll wait till the open date, right?
No. Well, yeah. So we have an open date before Texas, and we have an open date before Georgia. And I would foresee the trigger getting pulled the open date before Georgia.
Is this the new trend in college football? We saw it happen at UCLA. We saw it at Virginia Tech. Yep. I did not know this. I had no idea. But if a player, their head coach is fired during the year, the players can transfer during the season, and they're eligible to play wherever they go. I had no idea that was the rule. I can't stand that.
But you have to go somewhere where they have room, right? I mean,
say you need a left tackle, and Virginia Tech's got a great left tackle. Nobody else is any good, but that kid is. He comes in, he can play.
The problems always come from unforeseen consequences, right? So the idea of giving players the 4 games before they can redshirt and all like that is born out of a good concept. But here's going to be the issue. You've had 2 teams. Let's say the players were all behind Deshaun Foster or were all behind Pry at Virginia Tech. What if enough of them entered the portal and left that these teams couldn't field a team?
Yeah.
Imagine the money lost in the Big Ten, not being able to field games against UCLA. Yeah, you get the forfeit win, but you lose all the income of having that. Or the ACC with Virginia Tech. That's something they need to look at as a possibility, as long as they're going to allow all of this 4-game red shirt or transfer at any point with a coach thing, because it's going to happen. We've seen it happen in a bowl game. Yeah. It's going to happen during the season.
Sooner or later, that will happen. That's a good point. Marshall's head football coach was contract dispute. He left. Almost the whole team went to Southern Mississippi with him. But they did that after the year.
Right. What I'm saying is it's bound to happen.
Yeah. Right. Hey, Doc, we get back. We got to get your picks and see what you got going this week. We'll get back and do this. Again, Doc, skin cancer, how can we protect ourselves?
Best way to protect your skin from sun is to not be out there from 10 to 2 when the UV index is high. You've got to be out there, wear protective clothing, and any exposed skin, use SPF 30 or greater sunscreen, and don't forget to reapply after you sweat and towel off or get the water and towel off.
All you Tiger Sharks down in Port St. Joe, make sure you guys at Taco Bell. Listen to Taco Bell updates every Friday. Brought to you by Taco Bell. Get out to have a great time. 3 great locations in Panama City Beach, Callaway, and the new one down in Port St. Joe. Go check it out. Kyle Vandergrift, the Vandergrift family, legendary family. Listen to Kyle every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They design it. They build it. Commercial real estate. They can do it all. But if you're looking for a roof, look no further than Vandy Roofing. They're incredible. Steve's Bike Shop, right there on 23rd Street. Local taking care of local since 1979. The guy's incredible. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. Wear a helmet. Get all those things at Steve's Bike Shop. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Nobody's more local than this guy. Graduated from Mosley. Starts this business. It has exploded. They're gone all the way through the Panhandle of Florida now. People love them. They're honest, hardworking. They tell you they're going to be there, they're going to be there. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1, not even close. Turpo Pest Control. Patrick, listen to him every 8:30 right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You want your yard to look like a golf course? You want bugs out of the house? Patrick can take care of both of them. Give him a call. He'll come out, come with a game plan. Your yard will look absolutely beautiful. We're right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
Here we go. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson will be awarding the Sports Blitz High School Player of the Week. This will go to the outstanding high school football player for each week. The player will receive a gift card from a local restaurant and an ESPN Northwest Florida t-shirt. Coaches, students, parents, and fans, comment on our Facebook page or call in at 850-215-6290 to nominate.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 88 with wind 8 to 12 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Clear skies tonight, a calm wind and warm near 73. Sunny and 90 tomorrow. 89 and sunshine with a light breeze Friday. Saturday, mostly sunshine and a temperature about the same at 91. Sunny Sunday with a high around 91. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Take your next adventure in an award-winning Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Discover the new Kia. We invite you to stop by Bill Bird Kia and test drive the new 2025 Kia. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. The 2025 Kia SUV family has movement that inspires. Drive away today in a new 2025 Kia Soul, Seltos, Sportage, Sorrento, or Telluride. Fuel the thrill and command the road in the luxury of a 2025 Kia K5 sedan from Bill Bird Kia. Performance, power, and design built for you. Spark inspiration in the all-electric 2025 EV9. It's a modern masterpiece, fast charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original home for the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or anytime at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind you can trust. Your local community dealer is Bill Bird Kia.
The Rich Eisen Show.
A rhetorical question, which means I already know the answer and it does not require an answer.
We'll give you one. Yeah.
Man, I really want to answer.
Yeah,
do you think the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell were sending a message on Sunday? Do you? Our favorite Bill Burr soundbite.
Oh, do you?
They were sending a message.
Mighty Ducks. Not worth winning if you can't win big.
Rich Eisen weekdays starting at 11. Now on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Give him a call,
phone lines are open. 850-215-6290. The Coach James Hale Show is taking your calls live and local from the J. Michael Studio, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Let's bring Dr. Ward back on right now. Doc, again, you knocked out of the ballpark the last 2 weeks. You've been the man, the myth, the legend last couple of weeks, getting all of them. We can't keep up with you. It was a little bit closer this week.
He smoked you guys last year, too, just a reminder.
Turn your mic off.
The one thing he can remember in that clotted memory of his, the one thing he can remember is that.
Yeah. Kyle Vandegrift was also had a great week. He was 16 of 18 also. Tommy was 15. Jeremy was 14 of 18. Brian 15 of 18. Glenn 15 of 18. Jim was 15 of 18. Jason, myself. The winner was Dr. Ward. All right, Doc, let's go. Let's get into it now. Arkansas. They go in. They played really well, man. Their offense has done a great job all year. They gave up too many points on the road to Ole Miss. What happens? They head into Memphis. What's going to happen? Arkansas at Memphis.
Arkansas gets it done. Memphis just doesn't have the same players Ole Miss does, and Arkansas is playing really well.
Okay, Brian.
I agree. Memphis put up a fight in the first half, and being at home will be good for them. But, yeah, Arkansas pulls away. They got too much depth.
Glenn?
I'm going to take Arkansas. They got the best cheerleaders, that's why.
Southeast Louisiana at LSU. Did we have any letdown at all? LSU rolls?
Yeah.
LSU rolls, yes.
Yeah, don't ask him about the offense because he'll go crazy if you ask him. So, LSU.
Tulane
the most justified
at
question
Ole
ever.
Miss. Tulane at Ole Miss. Tulane got a pretty good ball club.
Yeah, not that good.
Ain't that good. Doc, who you got?
Yeah, it's gonna be closer than the experts think. I mean, Tulane's a quality team, but at Oxford, I don't think they can pull it off.
Everybody got Ole Miss?
Yeah, but the biggest question is going to be, they're going to start Simmons again, and he is a little bit gimpy on that ankle. Now, their backup's solid.
good.
No, my thing is, will this create a situation going forward? It's going to be interesting.
Could be.
But, yeah, the Ole Miss wins a close one.
My question is, how come it's not Ole Miss?
Mississippi State will have an opportunity to go 4-0.
The undefeated Mississippi State.
Mississippi State versus Northern Illinois. Doc, you got Northern Illinois, right?
No, Bulldog roll.
Glenn?
Yeah, Northern Illinois, ended up beating Notre Dame one year, but they're not gonna do that for the old Bulldog.
State's been putting up a lot of points. I actually think this one will be closer than it should be, but State will win.
All right, I'm gonna go with these quick now. Alabama, Birmingham at Tennessee. Everybody got Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yes.
Georgia State, Vandy. Everybody got Vandy?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Kent State, Florida State. I'm not gonna ask you that. FSU big. Syracuse, Clemson.
Gosh.
I think Clemson gets the win.
Yeah, it's not the same Syracuse team.
Yeah, Clemson.
Bowling Green, Louisville. Everybody got Louisville?
Yep.
Yes.
Oregon State, Oregon. Everybody got Oregon?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And, this will be a good one. Nebraska. No, actually, it's Michigan at Nebraska. What do you think about that one, Doc?
Yeah, I watched Nebraska play Cincinnati. I was. They won the game, but I wasn't super impressed. I think Michigan obviously lost to a very good Oklahoma team away. I think they're a little bit too good for Nebraska to beat them, even though.
All right, we got Michigan. Okay, who you got?
This is the kind of game Nebraska coach just loves, and he'll have one dialed up every year. I'm actually going to take the upset. I'm going to take Nebraska at home.
I like that.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm going to take Nebraska at home.
All right, let's go back now. These are the big games this week. South Carolina, quarterback's hurt. Missouri, we don't give much respect to them. They got a good ball club. The game's being played at Missouri. Who do you like, Doc?
I think Missouri gets it done. I mean, look, Vanderbilt went into Columbia and really beat them soundly. I know Lenore Sellers being injured probably had an impact, but still, that was a very disappointing game for South Carolina. I think Missouri's too good, and they're even more talented, in my opinion, on offense than Vanderbilt. So I think Missouri wins big.
Right.
I'm so tempted here because South Carolina always bounces back well, and they always play well on the road. But I just, without Sellers being 100% here, I can't. I'm going to take Missouri, but I don't like this game.
Glenn?
I think South Carolina's going to sneak in there. I think they might pull it off. I'm going to go South Carolina.
All right, the big one. Both of them undefeated. Jackson Arnold goes back home. Oklahoma defense is really, really good. Auburn, I think, is going to play outstanding in this ball game. Who do you like, Doc? Auburn on the road or Oklahoma at home?
No, I don't. I like Oklahoma at home. Auburn had a mediocre opponent at home last week, and they didn't perform as crisply as they should have. They should have beat South by 4 touchdowns. They simply didn't. I think Oklahoma's a better team. I think Oklahoma wins.
This is the kind of game where I think it's a bad thing that Jackson Arnold is Auburn's quarterback because I think he's going to press here. I think he's going to try and do too much, and that's going to be bad for Auburn. Couple key turnovers. I think Oklahoma wins.
Glenn?
I'm not going to vote for sensible things. I want to vote from my heart. I want to take Auburn.
Auburn. Watch out for them Tigers. All right, the big one, Billy Napier. Can he pull a rabbit out of the hat? Can they regroup? I think they're going to play hard. I do. I think Florida's going to play hard. I think it's going to be a competitive football game. Maybe the offense gets growing, or do they blow it up again and Miami keeps on rolling? Who you like, Doc?
We're averaging 13 points against FBS opponents. You cannot score only 13 points and beat Miami. We are going to lose, and it's going to be, again, because our offense sucks. Our defense is going to keep it close, but we're not going to be able to score enough points to win.
Miami.
I can foresee a scenario, as crazy as this sounded before the season, where Miami looks past Florida to Florida State the following week and does not play very well, but I think Doc nailed it. I don't think Florida can score enough points. So I'm going to take Miami in a close one.
I've already blown up my attempts to get them all perfect, so I'm going to go Florida.
Okay.
If he can get them regrouped.
It would not shock me if Florida won this game.
It won't shock me at all if Florida wins that game. The offense does anything. They had 3 touchdowns called back, two against South Florida, 1 against LSU. What do you think about the officiating at that game, Doc?
I was beside myself when they called the touchdown back. That was like clearly not a hold. It was crazy that they called it. But bottom line, I don't even think us getting that touchdown wins the game as bad as the offense played the rest of the game. I mean, I just, so I'm not angry about officiating. I don't think officiating cost us the game, but I do think there was a little bit of home cooking on that first holding call that negated the touchdown.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit late call, too. I don't understand Billy Napier. I think he's a good coach, but I don't understand just if a quarterback's not getting it done and you don't give a backup an opportunity. I don't get that. I mean, I know they're at practice every day. They see it. They know more than we do. But you just watch, and this is my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but they showed his body language on the sideline. I'm talking about Lagway. I swear to you, I was thinking a couple times, does he even care? He looked like he's just looking out in space. I don't know if he's lost all confidence. Something's just not right there. He's got ability. It's just a weird thing.
Yeah. Well, hey, I know we're running short on time. I had one thing I wanted to say on the show today, and last week I talked about the World Baseball Championship, the 18U Team USA in Japan. It was going on, and Team USA won, and our boy, Coleman Borthwick, was named MVP of the tournament.
Wow.
And y'all know more historical here, but before that, he was projected to be a top 10 pick in the upcoming 2026 MLB draft. Now he's going to be really, really high. Have we ever had a kid in this area picked in the top 5 of the MLB draft?
Not that I know of.
I don't think that high. Didn't we have? No, Blade went 4th. Yeah. J.J. Blade went 4th.
But that was out of college.
Was out of college. He was just from here. Out of high school, not that I'm aware of.
Out of high school.
Not that I'm aware of.
Glenn, you've been in 100 years.
Well,
I don't know.
You know, Tombo Martin, I don't know if he was in the top 10, but Tombo Martin went out of high school, first round, yeah.
All right, Doc, we got you next Wednesday.
Yeah, I'll be here.
All right,
I got to defend my Pick'em crown, which hopefully I'll win again.
You're doing good right now.
Well, you got to go by Burger King, get you a crown, and wear it.
There you go.
All right, we'll see you later, Doc. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
See you guys.
All right, let's talk with some of our wonderful people. We're live from J. Michael's Restaurant. Today is the day, world famous J. Michael's Spaghetti. They only do it on Wednesdays, lunch and dinner. It will be packed out. Come have a great time. Come down there and see everybody. Jimmy Petronas, Griff, you name it. Everybody's down there. Everybody loves that spaghetti. It's incredible. If you don't like spaghetti, guess what? You can get the best seafood, ice cold beer. It's incredible. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. And yes, they are working something with Netflix about his life story. I'll give you more details of that. I'm going to get involved in that somehow, some way. I love Russ and Amber, the 49ers. The 49ers doing pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, he's got to be happy. Where's Russ and Amber located?
They are located at 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven, on the corner of 9th and 77 in Lynn Haven. And just a reminder that sapphire is the birthstone for September. So if you're going to get something specially made, one-of-a-kind pizza jewelry, you might want to keep that in mind for a birthday girl. That's right. And also, if you just want to go in there for a free jewelry inspection and a free jewelry cleaning while you're waiting on your watch to get a new battery put into it, it's all right there. And the jewelry cleaning and the inspection are free at David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
You talking about good food. All you Tiger Sharks down there, get out to Taco Bell. They do DoorDash. 3 great locations, Panama City Beach, Callaway, and the new one down in Port St. Joe. Listen every Friday, 7 o'clock right here. Coach Danner, Coach Jones talking about this Tiger Sharks. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, live from J. Michael Studios.
Keep the game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the Sports Talk and Live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 88 with wind 8 to 12 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Clear skies tonight, a calm wind and warm near 73. Sunny and 90 tomorrow. 89 and sunshine with a light breeze Friday. Saturday, mostly sunshine and a temperature about the same at 91. Sunny Sunday with a high around 91. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Saturday, September 27th, come to the grand opening land sale at the ranches at Creekside Preserve and get your gorgeous 20 to 50 acre estate in desirable Baldwin County on sale from only $139.9. That's right. Get 20 to 50 acres in Baldwin County from just $139.9 with excellent financing available. Ranches at Creekside Preserve features private large acreage tracts with beautiful woodlands, rolling meadows, and a peaceful creek, all surrounded by pristine natural beauty and abundant wildlife. It's your opportunity to live in Baldwin County, Alabama, one of the fastest growing coastal counties in the U.S. due to low taxes and a low cost of living. Don't miss out. Come to the grand opening land sale at the ranches at Creekside Preserve and get your gorgeous 20 to 50 acre estate in desirable Baldwin County on sale from only $139.9. Call 877-888-1415 or go to creeksidepreserveal.com. That's creeksidepreserveal.com.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota. ESPN Northwest Florida. For the A.
Here comes the throw.
It's late. Braves win.
Your spot for the Atlanta Braves on the Gulf Coast. Listen live nights and weekends. This is Braves Country. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama will have a great week this week. I guarantee you they will not lose. They're off. Georgia's off. Ohio State, Penn State, all bye weeks. That's 4 big brands right there not going to be seen on TV.
Mississippi State lost a bye week a couple times when I was there.
Oh, man. Mississippi State Bulldogs got it rolling right now. Alabama Updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Love Jason, that crew down there. If your power bill's going through the roof, call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Let them come out and give you some. They'll coach you up, tell you some things they can do, help save your power bill going through the roof. They make your house be cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning, the most honest, hardworking people out there. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Call them anytime, day or night. They're there for you. Locals taking care of locals. All right, Alabama, again, they're off this week. Saturdays Down South predicting the final records for not just Alabama, but all SEC schools. I want to cover the Alabama predictions right now. We all know Alabama started off with a devastating beatdown. Florida State put it on them. Dominated both sides of the line of scrimmage, dominated coaching. Every phase of the game, FSU dominated that. Lack of effort, looked like they hadn't been prepared for anything. And what do? They turned that negative situation into a comeback so far. Monroe, they scored 73 points. They beat the Big Ten team, Wisconsin, last week, looked pretty good. And now we'll know all we need to know a week from Saturday at 6:30 on ABC. Alabama at Georgia. Georgia's a very physical football team. Alabama's not. Hopefully they'll get there. They will get some players back. I think Miller, will be back, the running back, and the big defensive tackle, the captain, I think he'll be back. That'll definitely help the defense because we're not very good up front of the defensive line. I think our front seven is not very good. We had 8 stars coming back. Alabama's supposed to have an unbelievable defense. That's not been the case so far against really good competition. The only good competition they played so far has been Florida State, and they couldn't stop anything. This is what Saturdays Down South are predicting. They say Alabama will go 8-4. Alabama's at number 5, Georgia, depending on what poll you look at. Then they're home. This is not all of them. Let me get the official thing here. They got Georgia. Then they're at home against Vandy. Vandy's a very competitive. Vandy's got a good ball club. With that quarterback there, they beat Alabama last year. That's going to be a competitive game. They're on the road, Missouri. And Missouri is ranked 23rd in the country right now, undefeated. Both these teams are undefeated. They're playing the next 3 teams, all undefeated. Then on October 18th, I'm probably going to go to that game. They play home versus Tennessee. Tennessee has 1 loss, and that's to Georgia. If you all watch the game, you know Tennessee felt like they were the better ball club. Probably should have won the game, but you just can't beat Kirby Smart. Then they're at South Carolina. That would be a competitive football game. South Carolina's quarterback's hurt. They lost to Vandy, but they got talent. They're pretty good. They're off. Then number 3, LSU at home. And then at home, they got Oklahoma. We'll know a lot more about Oklahoma this week. They're undefeated right now. Got a good ball club, it seems. Then Alabama has Eastern Carolina, and they close out at Auburn. Auburn's undefeated, ranked also. So if Auburn's ranked and you go there and play at Auburn, Alabama doesn't win. So Saturdays Down South, they say Alabama's going to go 8-4. 8-4. I want to ask both of you guys your opinion on that. 8-4, we just went over who they have left. They've already lost to Florida State. If they go 8-4, who do the 3 losses come to? Is it Georgia, LSU, Oklahoma? Who, in your opinion, are they going to lose to?
Well, all 3 of them.
Okay, that's their 3 losses, Georgia, Tennessee, and LSU.
I mean, if they're going to lose 3 more, I'd say it's... Yeah, I mean, you'd probably say Auburn maybe instead of Tennessee. Just with when it falls and that being in Tuscaloosa against Tennessee, I don't know. I personally don't think they're going to lose 3 more, but then again, I didn't think they'd.
What about at Missouri? His problems on the coaching on the road. At Missouri, at South Carolina, at Auburn.
That one could be tough because it's right in the middle of a big run. So they're at Georgia, then Vandy at home, then at Missouri, then Tennessee at home.
Yeah.
Then South Carolina on the road. I mean, that's a 5-game stretch there.
Yeah.
I mean, the Missouri one could jump up on them. I think they match up pretty well against Missouri, honestly. Missouri's offense against our stacked defense doesn't scare me the way other offenses do against
Tennessee scares me.
Tennessee could, but if their DBs aren't healthy by that game, and look, it's a long time out, but their DBs being out against Alabama's receivers, that could be a really long day for Tennessee as well.
Yeah. They got, 4.5 weeks to get ready?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. The thing about, Missouri is Vandy's physical, believe it or not. They're a very physical team, and Georgia is. So Alabama may be physically beat up by the time they go on the road.
And when you play LSU, which is shocking to me, hearing how great the offense was supposedly going to be, it's been their defense has been outstanding. And then Oklahoma, again, we're going to know more about Oklahoma, I think, this week.
Yeah, I mean, it's a run. I mean, if you look at it, you've got 7 consecutive ranked opponents, all conference opponents. And you do have a bye week in there, but 7 consecutive ranked conference opponents.
If they go 9-3, believe it or not, I think he's done a good job. If they go 9-3.
That's where I think they're going to be. Now, I'm optimistic on Alabama. I have been since the beginning, and I agree with you. I think it is a good job. Now, will, the Bubba base think it's good? No, probably not.
No way. They want him fired. If they would have beaten Florida State, they'd be in pretty good shape right now. They would have been in pretty good shape because they could have gone 10-2, gotten the playoffs.
Interestingly enough, though, they may not be as good a football team because I do think that awakens something in this team and the staff and everything, and it may be a better team today because of it going into the Georgia game.
I see something on the offense side of the ball I feel good about that they can build on. The offense line's still not. We can't run the football. You got to be balanced, and we can't run the ball. The offense line's got to improve, but it's not. It's the defense that shocks me how poorly I don't think they're very good on defense. I don't.
It's not all scheme though. It's some guys are taking some rotten angles. The basic wrap up has been good. Fundamentals aren't as sound, and that sometimes gets missed in the recruiting process. You get enamored with a guy's vertical jump and their 40 time, and you forget the basic fundamentals of wrapping up. And
I just remember when I watched Georgia play, I watched these physical football teams that play. When their players make contact with running backs, receivers, they go backwards.
Yeah.
Alabama players make contact
but they
with
don't
running
let
backs
go.
And receivers. Right. They get pushed back. Yeah. That's the biggest shock to me. And I've seen that against Florida State. I saw it against Wisconsin. It's going to be interesting going forward. They get blown out by Georgia. We'll talk more about that game.
And I'm not thrilled about special teams either. Need to worry about that one a little bit, especially playing Georgia.
Yeah, the kickoff, Wisconsin, they kick off return for a touchdown. They could have had that thing. They just score, and they let them get a big play.
Yeah.
That's part of it. How much time? Okay. All right, let's talk to some of our great people. We'll get back. We got Florida State and Auburn, a little bit on Auburn, and a lot on FSU. And then tomorrow we have Andy Burcham, a lot on Auburn tomorrow with Andy Burcham, the voice of the Auburn Tigers at 8:15. But right now, let's talk about some of our wonderful people like Jason Kovaleski and Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Jason will be here Friday. They you know what thing about them, Glenn? 2 great locations, Pier Park, 23rd Street. You can try it before you buy it. If you try it, it's not for you, you don't have to buy it. Tell them you don't want it.
So they're very knowledgeable about what they tell
about
you.
Everything. About everything. If you're a coach around here, I don't care what sport it is, you want to give your players an edge. You're a parent, you got a son or a daughter involved in athletics, you and your family need to go there and listen to talk to him. Well, what can we do to get an edge? We want to get a scholarship. This is going to help. Every little thing you get an edge, go get it. Same thing about getting an edge. If you get injured, the only place you need to go to is Dr. Chad Mitchell. That legend has been on the sidelines for 26 years. The legendary Chad Mitchell. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Speaking of legend, the Vandegrift family.
Ooh, yeah.
Kyle Vandegrift's incredible. Vandy Roofing, unbelievable. If you're looking for a roof, look no further than Vandy Roofing. Now, they can design and build anything you want. General contracting, they can do it all. But if you're looking for a roof, it's Vandy Roofing. Listen to Kyle every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Talking about locals, Pat, his daughter cheers at Mosley. Turfo Pest Control, that truck's all throughout Bay Point. You want that yard look like a golf course? He can make it happen. You got bugs in your house, you want them out? He can make them go away forever. Patrick, call Patrick, listen to him every Monday, 8:30, right here in Northwest Florida. Turfo Pest Control, #1. We'll be right back. We're the Auburn. Okay, we got a call. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
A kid graduated high school at 16. He's already graduated. Ole Miss at 19.
Yeah.
For crying out loud. His leadership qualities are good, but he is a little cavalier with the football, the way we talked about in the last segment with Lagway. It's just young quarterbacks have to learn that through failure.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 88 with wind 8 to 12 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Clear skies tonight, a calm wind and warm near 73. Sunny and 90 tomorrow. 89 and sunshine with a light breeze Friday. Saturday, mostly sunshine and a temperature about the same at 91. Sunny Sunday with a high around 91. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Looking for dependable civil construction in the Florida Panhandle? CBC Construction has you covered. From land clearing and drainage to roads and underground utilities, CBC delivers high-quality work on time and on budget. Locally owned and operated, CBC is trusted by schools, developers, and municipalities. To learn more, call CBC Construction 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com. That's cbcconstruction.com.
Mentorship might sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. Just showing up can spark confidence and connection in a child's life. Right now, more than 300 kids in Northwest Florida are waiting for a mentor. Be the one who makes a difference. Call 850-433-KIDS or visit BeTheBig.org to get started.
College Football Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the SEC.
Arnold deep shot to the end zone.
Jackson Arnold leads the 3-0 and 22nd ranked Auburn Tigers into Oklahoma to face his former team, the 3-0 11th ranked Sooners.
Kickoff Saturday, 2:30 on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
When he played football, helmets had not been invented yet. Players played both sides, and quarterbacks weren't afraid of needles. It's the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Kenny, James, Jenna,
beware
Steve,
flying
Elizabeth,
objects.
Craig, Seegers, all you people out there, War Damn Eagle. Auburn Updates brought to you by Beef O'Grady's in Lynn Haven. You want a great meal today? 10 wings inside for $9.99. You can't beat that. Pat Pernell's the city commissioner of Lynn Haven, does an incredible job. He's always been great to Bay County Athletics. We used to film our TV shows there back in the day. Always took care of all the coaches, treat you like family. Love the man. And you know what? I think the reason is people that work there treat you like family. I think he trained you up to do that. They never have a bad day, always a smile on their face.
Never throw water bottles at you.
Never throw water bottles at the door. They TV's everywhere. Go check it out. We think you'll love it. What do you like the most? I know you love it. I like their chips down there, too. Very good. You like the onion rings?
Onion rings.
I like everything.
Oh, there was a caller when we were talking about them earlier that said that they have something that's not on the menu, and they're called gridiron wings.
Ooh. I like the sound of that.
Sounds good.
It's like, hey.
All right, we got a caller?
Yeah.
Let's bring on the Tennessee man himself. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm glad to hear the Nashville gang's there and alive. I thought you probably thought I would never call you again since Tennessee gave away that game to Georgia. And I want to give props to Auburn and Beef O'Brady's, and they've had a great menu. And what I like best is their beer. Other than that, I will say this. Auburn, is the Auburn Vandy game in Nashville up there in November?
I think so.
I need to look.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
Do not stay in Coach Manley's old neighborhood, okay?
That is the truth.
They have redecorated some of the bordellos from his neighborhood and made them into B&Bs. But Brian knows. Brian's laughing. He knows what I'm talking about.
It is.
Pike.
Yep.
Yeah.
November 8th in Nashville. Yep.
Yeah, don't stay on Manly's side of the river.
No.
Stay on my side of the river. Now, I want to talk about something. Texas A&M has a quarterback from Nashville who Tennessee did not recruit because he's under 6'6", which they think they've got to recruit guys that are Manning's size. Peyton Manning, not Arch. By the way, Arch, they missed out on a great running back. He would have been the best white running back Texas has had in a long time. But we won't go there. But what do you think there? McIntyre's number 15 in our hearts, number one in our hearts, number 15, number 3 in the depth chart for Tennessee. George the Deuce. Anyway, he went to Brentwood Academy. I hate saying that name because I hated them and still do. But they got the NBA quarterback down there in College Station. So what's going on in Tennessee? Why can't we keep quarterbacks in state?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought McIntyre was going to be, the savior. Everybody was so high and mighty on him and everything like that. Now, I think they're picking the right thing for this year because Aguilar's come in and done well, and that kind of fell into place. But I'm a little surprised we're not hearing more about McIntyre. And the more that goes on, the in-state quarterbacks will remember that, and they will look to go elsewhere. I don't know.
Well, we've got issues with Chad Pennington went to Marshall.
That's right.
Of course, he might have been there. And Kelly Holcomb went to MTSU. Manly knows that.
Yeah. Alabama starting quarterback.
Yeah, Tyler Simpson and his brother Mason. I was there when Tyler was being recruited. I was in the building when the dude that coaches the San Diego, Los Angeles Chargers Clippers was there, but I didn't talk to him. He couldn't talk about Tyler. He wanted to recruit Tyler, but Tyler, he got it down to Saban or what's his name from Michigan. We'll let Eddie talk about that guy. But anyway, so Tennessee lost out on that one too.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, man. And they might get beat by Vanderbilt this year. They got beaten by Georgia. If they don't beat Florida, they're not going to the playoffs. And that's the kind of thing they'll do. They'll lose to Florida in November. I don't know if they'll lose to Alabama down there. What do you think there, Coach James Hale?
They scare me to death. They do.
Well,
they should have won the game. I mean, the difference, you got Kirby Smart at Georgia. That's the only difference in that ball game.
Well, Georgia tackles and Tennessee doesn't.
Yeah, Georgia's physical. Georgia's physical, man.
Yeah, well, they tackle, brother. I mean, that's part of it. What do they say? Blocking and tackling.
Yep.
And I want to take up all the Auburn time because Auburn's good, and my Lord and Savior, the redheaded Jesus, who coached at Lambeth and other places. Do you know that he lost a job to a guy from Brentwood Academy who played against me, who I don't really like to talk about? He came to Nashville as a sophomore and he started at Ole Miss 4 straight years, and he won 5 Grey Cups. But our Lord and Savior, redheaded Jesus, lost the offensive coordinator job to him when Houston Nutt took over at Ole Miss, which we don't like to say those 2 words, do we, Brian?
We do not.
They do not say Ole Miss. I hate them so much. I hate them almost as much as I hate Vanderbilt, right, Glenn?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Not quite. You're not going to go there?
No, I'm not going there.
Anyway.
There's too many people around my house.
Yeah, well, whatever. Okay. I used to hang out at the JUL at Vanderbilt, Glenn, and I could pick up ugly girls, and they were very, let's say, entertaining. I'll say that.
I thought you were going to say accommodating, but I didn't know.
I just miss Vandyland. I miss Vandyland.
I don't want to brag, brother. I don't want to brag, but that's bragging. When you reminisce without repentance, that's bragging. All right. Well, anyway, I love you guys. I'll let you get to the Auburn update. I'm sure they're doing something. I don't know what. They must be cheating if they're successful, right? You know what they say about, remember what they say about Auburn? Why is it so windy over at Auburn?
Why?
Because Georgia sucks and Alabama blows. Go Auburn.
Thank you, Mike.
You know why they can only teach? They can't teach driver's ed and sex ed in the same semester in Tennessee.
I wish I could.
Ain't but one donkey.
I wish I could read this on air. That's pretty good, Mayor.
You might as well after that segment.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
We're trying to get canceled.
No, he was talking about what Ty Simpson. I know one of the selling pitches to him was like, and it made sense. I mean, the guy, if you want to come, and this was to most all the recruits, if you want to come to Alabama, compete, be developed, and make it to the NFL, that's where you need to come. You want to come, you care about championships, you come to Alabama. You go to Tennessee, we're going to beat you every year.
Well, I will say, yeah, when Simpson was being recruited, Tennessee, I'm not sure Heupel was there yet or he just started. Like, it wasn't evident.
4 years. I think he's been in Alabama 4 or 3.
And I know a lot of people in our listening audience don't know George McIntyre, but he absolutely was thought this is going to be the next big thing. And I'm actually surprised there hasn't been more talk about him since he's actually been there. So that'll be interesting to see. Because it's not quite to the level of an Arch Manning, but he was thought of in a really big light in the state of Tennessee going to UT. So we'll see.
Mayor, I would say this. I'm probably in the same shape that guy's in.
Yeah, anyway. I was trying to talk a long time so you wouldn't read something from the mayor on the air.
All right,
it's a classic. It's a classic.
Auburn at Oklahoma, 2:30 ABC. I'm looking forward to this ball game.
Should be a good game.
I think it's going to be a great game. Top 25 matchup. One of the experts, Auburn's got a 34. I think it's ESPN, 34.7% chance to win on the road at Oklahoma. That gives Oklahoma 65.3% chance to win the ball game. Auburn's passing a game. They're going to have to be able to throw the football. That's no doubt about that. Oklahoma, they know the quarterback. They know his strength. They know his weaknesses. He's a genius as a defensive coordinator. They're going to have a good plan to stop him. They got to stop Auburn's running attack, him and Cobb and the rest of Auburn running backs. Force into a passing game, put pressure on the quarterback, and they feel like they can do that. They feel like they can win the ball game. And Oklahoma's defense is good enough to do those things. So Auburn's got to match that. They're going to have to do a great job. They're going to have to somehow, some way be balanced. They just can't go in there and run it. They just can't go in there and throw it. They got to be successful both ways. I think Hugh Freeze, too, I think this is the time he wants to dial up his screen packages. I think this would be a great opportunity to showcase those against that blitzing defense. And hopefully, I think Hugh Freeze is smart. I think he will have a good game plan. But, Glenn, the quarterback counter runs and all that kind of stuff, I don't think that's going to win the game for Auburn. I think they've got to have some type of balance. Oklahoma, again, they want to shut down the running attack, make him throw the football, get him to have some turnovers, throw some picks and things like that to give Oklahoma a better advantage to win this football game. Again, Oklahoma's defense is really good.
Well, you know why? Because Venables took over the defense this year.
Yeah. Oh, and there's no doubt.
Yeah.
They're the number one defense in the SEC. In certain categories. Total offense, they give up 181 yards a game when this was written. Passing, they give up about 84 yards a game. Points a game, they're only giving up 6.3. Auburn's offensive line's got to have a really, really good game. I think Hugh Freeze got to have a great game plan. I would hit some on screen. I'd have my screen package all worked on, ready to go when they start blitzing from every different angle. And they do that. They show a blitz from one side, they back out, and they come from the other angle. He does a lot of stuff like LSU does. I think their defense coordinator is great at LSU. This is going to be a game, though. Auburn's going to play. They were very basic against South Alabama. They got the lead. The game plan was there. Just get in, get a win. They don't get anybody injured. I think you're going to see the whole playbook when they go play Oklahoma. It's going to take the whole playbook to beat Oklahoma. But they should have beat Oklahoma last year, and they didn't. Now, I don't have time to finish. If I have time, I'm going to come back and finish this up later. But when we get back, we're going to jump on to FSU and finish up with this Auburn if we have time today. Mark McLeod will not be with us today. I just got a message here. Something has happened, and he is not going to be able to do it today. We'll get him next Wednesday.
He's interviewing for the head coach job, I think.
Well, they need a running back coach. So.
Maybe he knows something that's happened down there we don't. I don't know. I tell you, you're looking for a bike. These electrical bikes are taking over the world. Steve's Bike Shop, they got the old-fashioned type. They got the electrical bikes. They got every kind of accessory you'd ever want to need. But get yourself a good helmet. He showed me a helmet his son was wearing that actually saved his life.
Don't forget those little tassel things.
They got all of it right down there. Steve's Bike Shop, number 1, 23rd Street. They've been open since 1979.
And they'll put a bell on your handlebars, too.
Also, where am I? Y'all messing me up. The day. J. Michael's Restaurant, world famous J. Michael's Spaghetti, and then Pat Perno over there in the great city of Lynn Haven. You got to go have lunch there today. 10 wings aside for $9.99. You want to go watch some great college football, NFL games? Pat Perno, Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. That's where you need to be. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Rex Ryan said Russell Wilson can't play. That was a week ago. Can Russ still play? Now he's somewhere in between week 1 and week 2. Russ can throw the deep ball, and Dallas let him throw the deep ball. But Rex Ryan said Russell Wilson can't play anymore. You stand by that?
It's the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Are you hungry for authentic Mexican cuisine? Then come to El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, where we serve up the freshest, most flavorful dishes on the beach. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, a great location, comfortable atmosphere, and happy hour from 3 to 7. Buy one, get one free, regular margaritas and 12-ounce house drafts. And you're going to love their lunch specials, Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Plus, live music Wednesdays and Saturdays starting at 5:30. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, Thomas Drive, across from the Navy base.
And 10908 Front Beach Road.
This is the Chef of Love, Chef Gennard, TV host and restaurateur. My grandparents harvested their land to sell food and share this overflowing bounty with our community. Grandma said, for every yam we pick, we give one away. In the world they cultivated, I love preparing and eating dinner with my family on Sundays. When our resources changed, food assistance programs sustained us. They gave me fuel to start my first culinary business at 16 years old, and inspiration to donate the extra food in my community. Through my life, I've developed an appetite to work with others to ensure everyone has access to the nutritious food we need to thrive. Together we can help end hunger. Come on, join the movement with Feeding America by volunteering, donating, and advocating. Learn more at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The Rich Eisen Show.
A rhetorical question, which means I already know the answer and it does not require an answer.
We'll give you one. Yeah, I mean,
man, I really want to answer.
Yeah,
do you think the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell were sending a message on Sunday? Do you? Our favorite Bill Burr soundbite.
Oh, do you?
They were sending a message.
Mighty Ducks. Not worth winning if you can't win big.
Rich Eisen weekdays starting at 11, now on ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is where heroes are created, legends are born, and dynasties forged. The Sports Talk Monster, ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! Florida State Updates brought to you by Newbies. We've got 4 great locations. I love John Charlotte, always giving back to the community. Charlotte gave a huge sum of money to the university. Let's make sure we get out and support them. One of the 4 locations, Glenn over in St. Andrews, the Blue facility. That thing is gorgeous. Sit outside, look at the stars, or go inside and have a great time. If you're on the beach, you want to go Newbies 2 on the Curve, watch all sporting events, and then on Friday and Saturday nights, head on down. When you through watching that, all the games are over. Head on down to Mothership, the best entertainment in the Southeast, every Friday and Saturday night, because that's what Charlotte makes. That's what she demands. And she gets what she wants, believe me. And this man right here is a living legend. What he has done in his long lifespan, he's getting up there in age now, but he still looks really good for an old man. The legendary. We call him the mayor because he is the mayor. Go look at the dictionary. Shows mayor, it shows his picture.
That's right.
The one and only Greg Pernicki. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you for calling. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you guys? I just was listening to that gentleman earlier. I don't really know who he is, but it's painful.
You must be talking about my.
Yeah. That was a great text I received. I won't read that on air, though. Hey,
that's private.
I wanted to ask you, how's your beautiful wife doing? She doing good?
She's doing good.
Good.
Yeah, we've had a couple of weeks of scalloping over there in St. Joe, and that was wonderful. And Bill and I and our brides are going down to Crystal River tomorrow, and we're going to go snook fishing for a couple of days.
Wow.
And fishing with a guy named Socrates, believe it or not. And so life is good. Been working pretty hard at the funeral home and getting a lot of things done. I had a really good meeting with our current mayor yesterday. Talked to him about a lot of things they got going on in the city, and so I'm not wanting to get back in that game, but I still I'm very concerned about whatever's going to go on here. But anyway, I'm excited about Florida State. I don't really know how good a team that we have. I don't really know the level of Alabama until they play somebody, because they haven't except us. And so until they do, and until we play, Miami, it remains to be seen just how strong. To me, the strongest team that I've seen so far this year has been Oregon. So I don't know. They got the best team money could buy.
No doubt. I think Ohio State's really strong. I don't know about Penn State. They haven't played anybody either. But that's a great point you made, because Alabama against Florida State, Florida State made them look like a very average team at best. And Alabama
maybe
beat
they
Wisconsin.
are.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they are average, then it doesn't matter. But if they're not, then you might have two, better than average teams. So
but Greg, all the experts, you go look at all the experts, ESPN, CBS 24/7, they have all this, all these stuff they put together, come up with all this stuff, and they said Alabama has a top 5 roster in all of college football. But you can have great players, but if they're not coached up and they don't play hard, it doesn't matter. So I think Florida State is good. You can kind of tell. They got speed. They hit you. They're organized. They got good game plans on both sides. The key to them, the two hires he made, that defensive coordinator is outstanding. And Gus Malzahn's done a great job. That misdirection gives people fits.
Yeah, there's no doubt about either one of those issues. But you know what? These pundits, the more the season goes on, the smarter they get, because there's less games to be played, and there's been more games played.
Yeah.
They don't know what the hell's going on after a couple of games. Not really. All they can do is look at statistics and it's like that poor kid from Florida last week. Who the hell would have ever thought that he would have 5 interceptions in a game? And during the year leading up to this year, he was a Heisman candidate.
Oh, yeah. I had him as the best in the SEC. I said he'll be the best quarterback in the SEC.
And now he's down there at the bottom. So, but that was only one game. I really expected them to put it on LSU, but for his, really bad decision making, they should have won that game, because with 5 turnovers, LSU barely beat them.
That's right. See, that's what I'm saying.
At home.
They play hard, especially on the defense side of the ball. Do you think he's going to get fired regardless?
Yeah, there's enough excuses out there, and they got enough money that it really doesn't matter. But just who are they going to get? Now I understand. Everybody's always talking about chasing Lane Kiffin. We're going to get Lane Kiffin. I don't know whether he's. I guess he could make himself available, and he likes challenges. So maybe they go after Gus Malzahn. I don't know. All these different people. They may go after the defensive coordinator from Florida State.
Yeah.
They've got there's some some guys out there, but I hope that the defensive coordinator and Malzahn both love being in the position that they're in, having what's his name field all the stuff as the head coach, and but are they going to be satisfied with the amount that Florida State can pay them to keep them there?
Let me ask you this: looking forward at FSU, we know you never know in college football, but we feel pretty comfortable about the next 2 ball games. Then Miami. Who else is left that you are concerned with that really stick out that Florida State could lose to?
I think we play Georgia Tech. Florida's going to get better. And you can never tell again. We're playing them down there. Clemson. I listened to a couple of interviews that they did with Dabo, and he just, he keeps referring to the worst season we've ever had here is 9-4. Why are you guys saying that we stink so bad? And nobody said that.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you must think you stink in my mind if you're saying that they're saying you stink and just, because they're 1-2. I don't know, probably the toughest game, after Miami, it may just be Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech's good. I like their coach a lot.
Oh, he's strong.
What about Louisville? They play Louisville?
I don't know.
Florida State play Louisville.
Did you hear the other part of Dabo's thing, though? He goes, look, if they decide they don't want me here, I'll leave here and go win somewhere else.
I'm 55.
I
got some time to go.
Yeah.
I think he's just coaching his team up. He's just using that to fire his team up, I think.
Yeah. Well, there's some psychology there, but I just can't. I'm the most surprised about Klubnik and Lagway.
Yeah.
Both of them having, but it's 2 games does not a season make. But boy, oh boy, they stunk it up.
Well,
and it made LSU, and I don't like Kelly. I don't know if you remember a few years ago when they were playing, and they barely beat Florida State. Then Florida State beat Jaden Daniels 2 times in a row. We were watching the game with our scouting group, and Kelly said, somebody said, well, Coach, you just didn't execute tonight. He goes, no, and our team should be executed. When I heard him say that, and he said it, and I went back and played it because people,
I remember that. Yeah.
I said, the hell he didn't say that. After that, it just made me think that if you can't control your tongue, I don't care how many minutes it's, you need to interview him later on after the game. Yeah. Listen, when you get paid that much money, by God, you better know how to get interviewed, and when you get interviewed should make any difference. You have to have a certain decorum. And there was a lady sitting there with us who had a child playing that played college football, and she said, I'd take my son off the team immediately if I heard the coach say that.
So I was saying, he didn't say it as artfully as John McKay back in the day. When they asked him, Coach, how do you feel about your team's execution? He said, I'm in favor of it.
Yeah, right. And that's tongue in cheek.
That's right.
John McKay.
That's right.
But not. I mean, this guy doesn't do that.
That's right.
And he's got. He wears his emotions on his sleeve, and he's constantly screaming at the guys when they come off the field. He looks like he wants to bite them on the neck.
Did you see?
But he gets enough results, even in the SEC. To I thought he was going to get fired within 3 years of being there, just because of where he came from and how he handles himself. But he's recruited well. They had the Underwood kid coming down there, and then Michigan, ponied up with all that dough.
Money, yeah.
Well, and they need, that kid should sit out for a little bit of time under somebody else before he gets in there, because the first few games, he's like Arch. Man, Arch has been there a couple of years, and he looks like a deer in the headlights.
I want to say they just, got a commitment from the top quarterback in the 27 class, too. So we'll see if Michigan
did or LSU. Did you see what Spurrier said? Man, he kind of, I always listen to what he has to say. And he was on a radio show, and he goes, I'd like to see one of our coaches get in the face of the quarterback, get on to him. He said, it doesn't have to be the head coach, but somebody do it. He said, Kelly does it. Kelly will do it. He was all over their quarterback. He said, I'd like to see us doing it in Florida.
Yeah.
I love that guy. But anyway.
Yeah, they said just because he's not, son Billy is just not emotional enough. I don't know. Who knows?
I feel bad if I'm the backup quarterback at Florida. You're never going to get a shot when the head coach comes out and says, no, he's our guy. We're not going to give anybody else another opportunity. That kind of surprised me. He said that, to be honest with you. Maybe he was trying to give Lagway's confidence? I don't know.
It's clear Lagway's the guy who gives you the best chance to win. I'm a little surprised maybe at the end of the game, but what Lagway's game looked like to me was the game every young quarterback has when they move up a level. That was the game
that should have been last year.
No, I know, but he didn't play all that much last year. Remember that now, and not in huge games. I think that was a game of you get away with that in high school. You can't do that against a top-notch defense like this. They baited him into at least 2 of those picks.
Yeah.
So that was a young quarterback learning. Now the question is, how quickly does he learn from this going forward? So we'll see.
Yeah, and they were in desperation mode. And I'm gonna tell you something. And of course, I went there. We Florida State went over there and played LSU. Beat them 4 out of 5 times in the '80s, if you can believe that. They did. But LSU they had a good team. They weren't great then, but you beat them 4 out of 5 times in their stadium at night after all those coon asses have been all day long drinking, and they are the greatest people in the world to party with. I don't care. I've had neighbors and I've had people that I've gone to ball games with, and they're just sensational. I have never met one that I wouldn't just hug, and even in that stadium, we got treated great, but I'm just not sure about with Florida. I mean, they fired Mullen with a really good winning record.
Yeah.
When he was there, and they're used to a certain standard, and if you don't meet it, I think had they had the right person that was available last year, I mean, I'm sure they went for people, but if someone gets available, he'll be gone.
Well, Greg, thank you so much for calling. We got to take a break. We will call us anytime now. We appreciate you coming on.
All right, no problem, man.
Tell Bill I said hey.
If you guys were back in town, I could come over there more, but...
I know it. Yeah. I know. Come on over here. We'll give you a drink of water or something. A bottle of water.
Glenn brings donuts on Wednesday.
Coach will make you
hey, real quick. When do you want me and Julie over there? When are we going fishing? I heard Donna and Bill were going. When do you want me over there?
As I said to you last time, if the phone doesn't ring, you know it's me.
Wow. All right, love you, man.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about some of the great people we have. I tell you, Dr. Ward, listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30. I love that guy. Skin cancer be deadly. He's got offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Also, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Get out to newbies. Dr. Chad Mitchell, Stevenson Air Conditioning, Steve's Bike Shop, Glenn Manley, Eugene Singing Choir. Sign up today. We'll be right back. 104 points. We get back, we're going to do FSU.
Yeah.
We'll
Florida State.
Woo!
Well, Greg, Florida State. What are you talking about?
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
I'm not saying it's his fault, okay? I'm not blaming Joe Burrow. That offensive line is absolutely putrid. In the same breath, Joe Burrow signed up for that offensive line because he's the one that decided he wanted to play general manager this offseason. So this is a situation of his own making in terms of how this roster is constituted, the pieces that are around him.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 88 with wind 8 to 12 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Clear skies tonight, a calm wind and warm near 73. Sunny and 90 tomorrow. 89 and sunshine with a light breeze Friday. Saturday, mostly sunshine and a temperature about the same at 91. Sunny Sunday with a high around 91. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Smothers at 784-6601. 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
Hi folks, it's Tracy with Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Coin and Bullion Reserves. Did you know that we do more than just sell some of the finest jewelry in town? We can engrave on your wedding band, locket, Yeti cup, or almost anything. Need your watch battery changed? We can do that too. Our expert will even evaluate your coin collection. And of course, we always pay top dollar for your old gold and silver jewelry. See, there's a lot more to Tracy's Fine Jewelry than a lot of pretty sparkly things. Come and see us today at Tracy's Fine Jewelry.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
To the host looks at his phone show.
All right,
professional radio, folks.
And welcome back.
You're still reading your phone.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Glenn, let's get this FSU thing rolling.
All righty, let's do it. I think, we had a big, Greg he's a big FSU fan, by the way. So
Yes, he is.
I still remember him working with his dad at the Italian Inn, one of the greatest Italian restaurants around. I can tell you that right now. Okay, baseball history, Kyle Raleigh, who played at 2016 to 2018 and at FSU, he was tied with Mickey Mantle to have the best, most home runs at 54 for a switch hitter. He just broke that record last night, 55 for a switch hitter. And so he's had 41 home runs anchoring the major league lineup. And he, right now, at 55 home runs and 116 RBIs, he leads the major league in both of those categories.
So, real quick, ironically, the next inning he hit is 56 and tied Ken Griffey Jr.'s club record in the very next inning.
There you go. Yeah. So he's on a roll. So hopefully,
great player.
He may or may not make a player of the year. You never know about that. Anyway, all right. So we're gonna. One of the big things for Florida State football is Ethan Pritchard on Sunday actually opened his eyes and everything. He had been kind of in a coma, and so Coach was glad to take it back to the team. So they all were excited. The other thing now is with the UCLA job coming open, they keep saying Tony White's name's in there because he played out there. But there's three reasons that this young man who writes for Chop Chat says he will not go. First of all, UCLA, he applied for the job, but they chose Foster over White the first time.
Foster had never been a coordinator.
Right, never been a coordinator, so that could be, I feel slighted, so I'm not so sure I'm going to go over there. And the other thing, too, is UCLA is in considerable debt, and it seems to be a job that sets up everybody for failure. Chip Kelly was only one game over 500. Jim Mora was just over 500. Rick Newhouser was under 500. So, and now since they are in the Big Ten, they don't think it's going to get any better. So he may not want to jump over there. And also,
Brian Kelly left on his own. That tells you how good a job that is. Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
I want to get out of there.
Yeah, and, he said this is not a very attractive job. No big names have been mentioned along with, they've all the coordinators have been, mentioned everything. They got better jobs right now than they would. Yeah. And in Florida State actually pays him pretty good. So,
that's the thing. California taxes.
Yeah, man. That's Texas, as Jimbo found out. All right. So now, also there's top 7 interesting stats that have come through the first 2 ball games with FSU. Number 1 is their rushing game because, Malzahn likes to rush. And so right now they're averaging 5.91 yards per rush. And then the second thing is explosive plays. They've had 7 or 8 completions over 20 yards, and three have been for touchdowns. So those are explosive plays. Also with the running back. The other thing they say is the third down conversion rate. It said we are 48% on third down in rushing and 47% on passing, which was a lot lower in 2024. Pass completion right now is 68% for 2 games, and some of those have been long passes that have been incomplete, so that kind of takes away your percentage and everything. So, and then sacks and tackles for loss, we have 6 sacks and 16 tackles for loss. And some of those would be even higher, but we had missed some tackles behind the line of scrimmage. So those are some of the things, too, that are going on. And in third down defense, the other teams are only getting 31% on third down against us. So we're getting off the field on third down. And then turnover margin, offense and defense turnover. So right now in 2024, the offense had 16 turnovers, and the defense only picked up 6. Okay, so they were minus 16 on the turnover region. So right now, we have 2 turnovers on defense and absolutely no turnovers on offense. So those are pretty good statistics leading up to that.
Go Gus.
Go Gus. And so really and truly, I don't think White's going to go, even though I don't think we should be worried about it. Even if he does go, he can't go till the end of the season. He wouldn't go in the middle of the year like that, I don't think. But I think they like the jobs that they have. I think Gus really likes what he's doing. And then the thing he said was, after the Alabama game, we've only had a month to work together with the offensive line. And having Coach Hand with Malzahn, they've been together for a long time. So that's a good combination to have right there. So I think things are looking up. I agree with Greg. We don't know how good they are. We'll find out when they play Miami.
Yeah.
And but the thing too is I talked about. I think Pittsburgh scares me a little bit because they've always been tough to play.
How great is it though that FSU Miami is back? Let's assume Miami gets past Florida, is back to being this top 10 showdown the way it should be.
Right.
Because I used to always look forward to that game.
Well, it's the same thing as like when you play Florida. These kids have played against each other in high school and everything. So, and it's also a recruiting thing, bragging rights. So it all goes into that. And
game day will be there.
All right, that'd be great, real great. Hope maybe Herb Street won't be there because he'd be afraid. So,
well, you were looking at their schedule a minute ago.
Yeah,
they're in pretty good shape.
They are. They are.
From going from
I don't
2
like,
and 10 to this year's going to be a good year.
Going to Clemson and going to North Carolina State's a little tough, I think. So North Carolina's doing a good job. So, and I don't know about Clemson. We'll find out this week about Clemson. So, anyway, I think I like the way it stacks up. But what I like is it's not 3rd and 87. We're not, what I'm saying? And the quarterback's going for his life.
Yeah.
I think Malzahn's got enough movement, and I like the way he always jets the guy over in motion so that you can read the defensive backs. So
if I was Coach White, I don't think I'd take that job at UCLA. I don't. I don't think they care much.
I wouldn't take that job under this AD.
No.
They need a new AD first.
Now they're in the big.
All right, we are out. We'll see you. We'll be back right here tomorrow. Thank you guys. We're out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Donuts.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your college football headquarters for the biggest and best games of the week.
It's a touchdown!